Okay,
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to this April Sun Valley Nominations and Elections Committee meeting. We welcome all that have joining us, or if you are with us on YouTube. We will go ahead and get started. We have Michael Wadsworth with us, John Gentas is with us, and Joe Giancos is with us. We have everyone here. I do have one item that I want to add to the agenda, which would be under old business, under the NE manual would be the Unilect test election. I should have added that on there.
I was going to bring that up anyway.
Yeah, so if anybody, does anybody have can we just do that by acclamation? Are we good with that?
Yes.
We're a committee, so I think we could just do that by acclamation. So, okay, we'll do that. And then the approval of the April 14th minutes. Thank you, Michael, for submitting those. Does anybody have any questions or corrections with those?
No.
Joe Jean, you good?
No, yeah, I'll move to approve.
Okay. So we could approve those by acclamation as a small committee as well.
Yes.
Spencer, we have anybody online with us tonight? Any members?
No, nobody else, just us.
Okay, we'll go ahead and go into new business. So guys, I did send the Michael, thank you, and thank gosh that you have that manual electronic. I did send that on to for some help with Linda, and Michael Bennett also helped us because can you see the manual itself right here?
Yes.
Okay. So Linda helped us with a couple of pieces in here, and then and I'll show you they're all in red. And then Michael helped us. He thought it would be good to add the online electronic voting in here, so it's up to date. And I think that's absolutely correct. The only thing that does need to be correct, I pointed it out, and I see it was sent over to us this evening, but on the signature page for current committee members, I asked them to remove Gail and Karen and add Dawn and Joe Jean, and they still need to do that, but everything else is up. We're looking at this because the revision, they're minor, are in red. So I think you guys may have seen it in the footer. It's the April 2025 revision. The attorney opinions are in here. And I'm going to slowly scroll down. We can come back to this, but I just wanted you to see. So on page 4, all third-party election vendors shall handle any online voting, an online voting process.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to get a printed copy of this?
Yes.
Because I can't even read this on the screen. It's too small.
It's too small?
I work off of an iPad, and
okay.
I can't expand it. Well, there we go. And I just did.
Never mind.
I just did. But
let me try that. Okay.
It doesn't stay. Yeah. Anyway, a printed copy would be much easier. And also the bylaws. I'm still waiting for a copy of bylaws.
You're going to get all of that, but this is a formality. We as a committee needed to approve this.
Okay.
So that you could get your notebook. I didn't want them to print a bunch of paper until we had the chance to say this is what we're going to do.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to go through it all. I was gone all day.
Oh, okay. Okay. These red revisions are the only thing that got changed on.
Can you make it bigger?
What page?
Again,
Yeah, Rob, your screen
can't-
is showing up compressed or something.
You need to make the whole screen bigger.
Yeah,
okay, bear with me a second. I'm gonna stop sharing and try to share again.
okay.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, expand your screen as much as you can and then share.
I don't know what's going on with my Zoom. I'm not able to, I don't have any camera and can hardly hear everybody. But
Uh-oh.
I have a ruptured eardrum, and so I'm waiting to get in. I'm trying to get into the ear doctor, so my hearing is really bad tonight.
Okay,
We'll talk louder.
let me bring this up again. Trying to make sure that it's filling into the screen. Okay, now, when I bring up okay, let's see here.
Rob, that page that you had some red typing on, what page was that?
Page 4.
And the one that you sent us today doesn't have any red typing
I
on.
know, because she incorporated all the revisions, but I wanted you to see what was revised. Okay, let me try this now. Thanks for your patience, guys. Part of it's my, you know, how I can use my finger because with my disability, it's a little hard to come over my. Okay, let's try this. Let's try it this way. Is that better?
You have to make
Yeah.
it, you have to click on the box up in the corner somewhere just to make the whole screen bigger.
Well, that's better than it was.
How's that?
No, now it's gone back to tiny again.
Okay.
Undo what you just did.
Okay. Oh boy.
At any rate.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at on this?
Well, what you're looking at is we added handle any online voting process on page 4
Okay,
under independent third-party election vendor. Then we added, I'm scrolling down past page 6, page 7, page 8.
so on the copy you sent me, I don't have that online voting on page 4.
The copy that Morgan sent you or the copy I sent you?
The copy that I got today in the mail, in my email, does not have that online voting on page 4 that you just showed me.
Okay.
Yeah, mine doesn't either, but I don't think the ones we got were the latest version. Is that right, Rob?
And I don't have this
What you
bylaw governing
what you got today said that it incorporated all of these revisions I'm showing to you in red.
Say that again.
The email you got today with our manual incorporated all of these the revisions that are in red that I'm showing you on the screen here.
They're
I'm
not
showing you,
online.
I'm showing you this because
Page
I
9.
wanted you to see what was updated.
So we'll get a different copy.
Yeah. And it needs to be, you need another copy because the signature page has the committee members who are no longer with us. I asked them to add Don and Joe Jean.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying the thing that we got in the mail, in the email today is not the correct in an e-manual.
No, this is.
Okay, the copy I've got, page 9, that section at the bottom, 7F in red, it's on my copy. It's just not highlighted in red,
Okay.
but it's there.
But there's no page 4.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to page 4. Oh, I see what they've done here. Page 4 is,
You passed it.
yeah. They've got some weird pagination going here. So the title page is page 1, the table of contents 2, the appendices are 3.
Rob,
Yeah,
the email that I got today has a 2025 in an e-manual draft. It does not have, it's still got Karen Borchardt and Gail Chiarello on the N&E committee.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Rob
don't-
said they're going to change
I
that.
don't have that line that in red on page 4. I don't have the line that you have on page 9.
Well, let me ask you something, Michael. On page 4 under preface,
I'm trying to look at my copy because I can't read your copy.
I understand. Do you on page 4 under preface, under independent third-party election vendor?
Okay, hold on a second. Independent third party.
Well, you know, that's on mine, but it's just not in red.
Yeah, it matches what I've got.
So what's happened is there's the title of what got sent out today still says draft. It's got it's got
Okay, so that is there. All right.
so it still says draft and it has under the signature page. It didn't get updated for the current committee members, but the revisions got incorporated. So let me slowly go through this. Let's make sure that what you got, I thought these revisions in red got added, but they changed the font color. So let's just slowly go through that. This makes sense to me that they're under the preface, an independent third-party election vendor will handle if there's an online voting process. Okay, now I'm going past definitions, page 5. I'm going past the SVCA board resolution approving the manual. And now I'm on page 7. This is starts the meat of our N&E manual. Going past section 1. I'm going past section 1.3 on page 8. On page 9 now. And I'm on page 9, section 2.0, 2.1, section 7, voting F. So that's in our bylaws.
That's on my copy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it.
Still scrolling. By the way, that was a catch by Linda. Going into page 12 now. Into page 13. 14. Okay, at the top of page 15, it's a continuation of section 5. 5.1.3 would say any online voting, if initiated, will close simultaneously with the deadline for mail ballots. So that's what that's saying, is the electronic votes will shut down at the same time as when we have the deadline for the mail ballots. So that syncs as a hybrid.
Got it.
A little bit further down, 5.2.3, the last word is vendor. So any online voting will be also handled through a third-party vendor. Just better English.
Rob, it seems like we all have the same copy, that ours just don't have the red highlighted corrections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just want to, part of what I'm doing is going through this with you guys. I'm looking for approval of this if we can. If you need more time, I understand. But I want to make sure these red, because there were, we were kind of talking like there could be some issues. I want to make sure the red lines are what you see in your copies. Is that okay? Can we do that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, I'm on page 16. 17. 18. 19. 'We're into election day on page 20, section 6. 21, we're up in 7 and 8. 22. 23. 'Now we're into the addendums.
Yep.
Still on the addendums, 8.1.2. I think this was all of it, as I recall. I just want to make sure that what you got. Okay. Still within the addendums. Okay, that's it. They were simple revisions. Linda had just caught a couple of those. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah. I had all those revisions that it showed.
So, yeah, just wanted to make sure.
Rob,
Yes,
see this little box over at the top right-hand corner? There's a star and then there's a box.
the top right-hand corner.
On your screen that you're sharing. There's a
Yes,
star. Yeah, and then there's a little box. Click that box.
that's just extensions.
That should make it bigger.
No, those are extensions for my web
all right.
browser. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, guys.
So essentially, we've gone through the manual and everything's in there except for the names on page 6 need to be corrected.
Right.
That's correct.
All right.
So if we approve this document, this manual tonight, what I will do is call Michael and Bennett in the morning and say, if we could just remove those previous committee members and add Joe Jean and Don, if we could change the title of the document from draft to the April 2025 NNE manual, we're good to go. We would like an electronic, with those corrections, we would like an electronic version. We would like the notebooks printed with the state law and our current bylaws. And then
Okay.
this will finally be complete.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Current bylaws. In our bylaws, in section 7 on voting,
Yeah.
subsection D, 2. So you're looking at, if you had the bylaws there, it would say section 7 voting, A, B, C, D. D says any member entitled to vote in the election of board members may cast a vote in person or by mail, provided that, and then there's a little I and 2 little I's. And so someone we were talking about the electronic vote, and someone said you're going to have to change the bylaws before you do an electronic vote to put in there, because it states in the bylaws that it's either done in person or by mail, and it has to be sealed in an envelope, and all the verbiage in there. So we need to put in a 3 I, or it may be done electronically.
There's
Legally,
Linda was
Craig.
saying, Linda was saying that there's a provision for electronic voting in the bylaws. I gotta remember where that is. We'll keep
It
going.
says
Go ahead,
in
Michael.
F, it does go down, it says the association is permitted to institute and utilize electronic voting through a third-party vendor. That is there.
Right. And that's where we believe that the hybrid voting is legal. That question was asked in January, and
Okay.
that piece was considered. What we could do is to improve the language is we could put a provision in the AGM ballot this year to improve that, if
Okay.
it's more clearer. Are
Well,
you comfortable with that, Michael? Do you feel good about that?
I'm not a lawyer, and I know a lawyer can twist anything the way they want it to. But somebody just brought up the fact that the term electronic voting has to be in there, because I guess, I don't know, maybe they didn't see that other article there.
Michael, I see what you're saying. I've got an old bylaws copy, but it reads the same, it looks like, under that paragraph D. And then there's point 1, point 2, but paragraph D specifically addresses voting in person or by mail. So
Yeah.
that first sentence would have to be amended to include online voting, and then section 3 added to that. And that would probably work.
Do you have line F?
I've got G. No, I do not. See,
Okay,
the
you may have
copy I've
an
got is
older
10 years old.
bylaw then. So my bylaws are from 2023.
Oh, mine are from 2019.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So we'll have to get new bylaws so that we can, at least if it comes up, we can show them it's right here in the bylaws.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So
Um,
we're gonna get a new bylaw. We'll get a fresh 2025 version of the bylaws.
Well, that's what we've been asking for since January.
Yeah.
you know. Okay, and if we want to improve the bylaws so that it reads better, we as a committee could submit that. I think it needs to be it would need to be submitted by, actually, where it's getting closer, it'd be in the June timeframe so that the board could approve that.
So given where we are right now, excuse me, on that, what we were just talking about voting under section 7, that paragraph D, that whole section would need to be revised to add in online voting. At least on the copy I've got, it only accounts for mail-in or in person.
Yeah, it's in the newer version as F.
Yeah,
Well, I think it should be under D. Or something should be in there, because this any member entitled to vote may cast a vote in person it just specifies the methods of voting. And that paragraph as it stands only accounts for in person or online, or I mean in person or mail. That's what I'm saying. I don't have F, so I don't know what F says.
well, coming out of this, would anyone be willing to, between now and our next meeting, maybe take a look at that and look at that portion of the bylaws and come up with some proposed language that would.
It's there, Rob.
Well, I'm hearing you, I thought I heard you guys saying you'd like to have it worded better. Michael, what do you?
It's a different subsection, but it is there, and I think it'll count.
Okay.
I see, Michael, I see that F paragraph or line F you're talking about addresses the association is permitted to institute electronic voting, blah, blah. But up in that section D, I think that needs to also include electronic voting, paragraph 3. Just to make it easier and more clear. Because here's that whole section deals with the methods of voting that are available, but it doesn't include electronic voting. But it does mention that down in section F, but I think that's unclear.
Well, that section F is what was the revision that was added to our entity manual.
Right. No, I understand.
That's piece. And go ahead. Interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just suggesting that section D should have a point 3 added, that just like 1, 2, 3, that addresses, or actually it would be under I don't know, I'm just thinking that that whole section D addresses the methods a member can vote. And it only mentions
Yeah, probably
mail
with
or in
Don. It
person.
probably should say any member entitled to vote in the election of board members may cast a vote in person, by mail, or electronically.
Well, then
Somehow.
I'm going to suggest that be I think what I'll do is mark up a copy.
Even though it is down there in subsection F.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sort of. What I'm getting at is D and F don't address the same thing. F is that gives the association permission to utilize electronic voting. Section D is addressed to the members, that these are the methods of voting you have available.
I think that F was added No, I want to be careful because I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna, I don't want to say something that's not true. I'm gonna ask the question about when was F added to our bylaws. And I'm going to share that our committee would like D and F, that there be better linkage between those.
I think so.
And say that any member may vote in person by ballot and electronic, so that there's linkage there.
And it might just take that first sentence under section D, adding that
Yes,
Yep. Just add it right to it and get rid of
into
line
that
F.
sentence there. Yeah.
yeah, okay. All right, so what I'd like to do is, I'd like to move that the April 2025 Nominations and Elections Committee manual be approved with the revision of the signature page so that it has the accurate committee members for signature.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Is there discussion or questions?
Not at this time.
All those in favor?
I vote
I-
favor.
All right, okay, that is, the manual's approved unanimously. I will call him tomorrow and talk with them in person. The next item is the test election. I sent Linda Bradley an email letting her know that this was something we wanted to do, and reminded her that it was when we talked to Unilect, we talked about doing that. And then I think with some of the with the cancellation of board meeting, it didn't happen. She asked me to send a note over to Unilect asking them to set that up. And to be honest with you, I haven't done that yet. I will do that also tomorrow. In fact, I think what I'll do is send Catherine an email, CC Ollie, so we're all flying with the same current information. So that's where we're at with that test election. Go ahead, Michael.
I'm not hearing what you're saying.
What
So-
I'm saying, Michael, can you hear me better?
A little.
Michael, what I'm saying is I need to get with Unilect to set up the test election for us. And I will do that tomorrow and keep the committee in the email with Unilect. Did you hear that?
Okay. The test election is being worked on.
Yes.
All right.
My goal is that it would be done in the next several weeks. Unilect told us it's very easy and straightforward. And what I'd like to propose that it be the entity committee and any board director that wishes to take part in it.
Okay.
Okay. With that, there is no new business. Is there anything for the good of the order? Gonna give you
Nothing
a
else
lot
on-
of time back tonight, you guys.
Nothing on my end.
It was just important to get, those notebooks are important. There was a couple revisions, and I wanted to follow our process, we needed to have the committee approve it. So.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe Jean? Is that a quicker meeting than ACC?
Is this what?
Is this meeting faster than typical ACCs are?
Yeah, but I'm used to going to 3-hour meetings, so we're gonna have to sit around and talk a little more.
Well, what can we say for 2 more hours?
Yeah. Oh, you guys. Well, it's good to hear your voices and see you. Michael, I hope your ear's gonna do better, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. I move that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay.
7:06. Thank you.